The finish on our antique oak table had mostly worn down on the two sides that were used the most. I wanted to restore the tabletop, but without using toxic chemicals. I hit the jackpot on a product from a great place called Green Building Supply in Fairfield, Iowa. The product is BioShield Hard Oil No. 9. It's plant-based and made of all-natural oils that create a water-resistant barrier. Following the instructions on the label, I first sanded the tabletop. To cut into the finish, I used No. 80 sandpaper. While this mostly removed the old finish, it was not enough to remove the rings from glasses and coffee mugs. I did some research and learned that applying a paste made from water and baking soda is an effective way to remove rings from wood surfaces. I used a scrub pad to scrub these spots until they were gone. Then I sanded the tabletop again. After vacuuming the wood surface and wiping it off several times to make sure it was free of dust, I applied the first of 3 coats of the BioShield Hard Oil No. 9 according to the instructions. I then let it sit for about 25 minutes to soak in. After that, I wiped it down with a clean towel to remove the excess oil. Then I let it sit for 24 hours. The next day, the tabletop looked good, but the oil seemed to magnify some dark stains in several spots, probably from spilled coffee, giving the areas a much darker appearance than the table's golden oak color. Here's one of the stains. I discovered that such stains can be removed by applying white vinegar to the dark sections. I was surprised at how well this worked. It was very easy. After 10 or 15 minutes, I wiped the vinegar off. It definitely lightened this spot and the other dark areas. I gave the wood time to dry, and then I applied a second coat of oil. After about 25 minutes, I returned to wipe off the excess. I then let that sit for at least 24 hours. After that, I added the third and final coat of oil, let it sit for at least 25 minutes, wiped it off, and let it dry. The next day, I looked at the finished project. It looked great. Now, while we're talking about this table, let me tell you about another interesting feature it has. As you can see, the tabletop is in 2 sections. Together, they are 4 feet across. The sections pull apart to allow leaves to be inserted in the middle. There are 4 leaves that are easy to install. You put them in one at a time. I don't remember more than 3 of the leaves ever being used, but when all 4 leaves are in place, you end up with a table that is expanded to 8 feet long. And here's the coolest part. Naturally, with the 2 main sections of the tabletop stretched out so far, the table is a little shaky on either end. Well, hidden underneath the tabletop on either end is a set of legs that fold down and lock into place. These give the table the stability it needs to accommodate a large group of people sitting all the way around. Certainly it would be better if all the leaves had the nice golden oak finish to match the rest of the table, but this contrast is completely erased when covered with a tablecloth. It might be interesting to know that I also used some of the same oil product to touch up some small worn places on a darker piece of antique furniture, and it worked fabulously, without any sanding at all. I hope this information is helpful if you have your own furniture that needs to be refinished or touched up. Thanks for watching.